Get my golf there. I never did.
I never did actually.
That's cool hat.
I went to driving range a few times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
I looked at it.
Yeah.
4th or 5th year. I was like, this is expensive. I can't afford to play golf.
Yeah. I had a buddy though. He would just go out like by himself and just like power course.
Yeah.
It's like go out there and play,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. He was.
I've done it for a PE or something.
Yeah, for PE. Yeah.
And it would have been covered, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
all my money's going
Yeah.
towards plexiglass.
Yeah.
Like, why would
Exactly.
All right.
I don't have time for that video.
Can I go ahead and get started? So welcome everybody to the June 2025 Design Review Committee meeting. I'm going to call the roll to confirm that our DRC members are present. Omari Davis.
Here.
Robert Dudka is excused. Alex Foster.
Here.
And Andy Wenchel is not here yet, so we'll see if he joins us. DRC meetings are held in person and streamed simultaneously to allow commissioners, applicants, and the public to attend online. For applicants and others joining us this evening, if you lose internet connectivity, during the meeting, please reconnect with us via the dial-in phone option. Please keep your devices muted and your video turned off until your item is under review. When called upon to speak, you must unmute yourself by clicking on the microphone icon that is located on the meeting command bar at the top of the window. We do not have the ability to unmute you. If you are dialing in by phone, press *6 to unmute. The meeting chat is active for participants who need technical assistance and should not be used for questions. The public may observe the meetings, but participation in the discussion is limited to applicants and members of the HALRB during this meeting. Public comment is welcome at the HALRB meeting. Information about signing up as a speaker or submitting a public comment for that meeting is available on the HALRB website. And lastly, this is a public forum. Tonight's meeting will be recorded and posted to the county website and the county's meetings YouTube page. Avoid sharing any personal information that you would not like to be made public. All information associated with today's meeting, whether written or spoken, is subject to the Freedom of Information Act. And with that, we'll go ahead and get started. And Amy Kastner is our applicant. She's joining us virtually. So let me go ahead and share our screen. And thank you for joining us tonight, Amy. Can you hear us okay?
I can. Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely. So you all already saw this project in April, and it's coming back because it has a few minor amendments to it. So this is for a home located in Maywood, and the original application, try zooming. The original application was for the construction of like a shed that was going to be used as a greenhouse, and that's shown in the red hatching here. After having some conversations with the contractor for the project, they think that the shed is actually going to be better situated over here, just in terms of the slope and layout of the ground. So Ms. Kastner is requesting that the shed be relocated over here. It still complies with all the setback requirements for zoning. So all of that, it has been checked out. It's compliant with that. And then the other update, and actually, you can see some images of where it's going to be located. I'm happy to zoom in if you need me to. But the other change is that originally the shed was going to have a cement pad as its foundation. Instead, it's going to have cement posts now. So very minor, not going to be visible, still complies with zoning requirements. So that is the application. Do you all have any questions? Or Amy, did you want to mention anything else?
No, I think you mentioned it, although I guess I will say that it will still be anchored in the four corners. So even though there are posts rather than that full slab, it will be anchored down, which I think is another requirement.
Yes, for zoning, it is for it to be categorized as an accessory building.
Yes.
Yeah. So thoughts, questions?
Will there be any sort of like skirt around, like sort of like between like the grade and actual structure itself?
Oh, that's a good question. Did you
Yes.
then?
Yes, there will be. I'm thinking of something like a chicken wire so that we don't get animals and such going in underneath.
Thoughts on the use of chicken wire? I know some people tend to use like lattice, like wood latticing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy to use whatever the committee wanted. I was thinking chicken wire because it could be sunk into the ground and it would be durable. But I'm happy to use whatever the committee would prefer in order to meet the guidelines.
I think I'll use the chicken wire on the inside. You can drop that in the grade along that I would put some sort of crisscrossed lattice work.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that would be like traditional
Sure.
screening on the inside for additional.
And that voice was very low. Could what was just said be restated?
Yeah. So Mr. Winchell was saying that both could actually be useful, so that you
Absolutely.
can the inside, like the inner part with chicken wire, and you can anchor it into the ground, like you said, but then using lattice on the exterior, like that facing out, so that the chicken wire isn't quite so visible, and the lattice is a bit more traditional with what's seen.
Yep, I'm happy to do that.
Does everyone else think that's a okay solution?
So what was previously submitted was approved.
It was. Yeah.
So it's literally the same.
Everything else is the same. It's just that the location has changed and then the foundation has changed. But all the design elements remains the same. So all the materials are A-okay with it. And I can scroll through if you want to see it. So these are all the previously approved.
Okay.
And that was the old location, so just on the other opposite side of the yard. So this is a mock-up of what it would look like. And here's another example of one of their other sheds. So all of this was previously approved. This is the actual layout of what it'll look like with all of the windows, because it will be used as a greenhouse. So having the windows is essential. And these are more details in terms of the material.
Consent agenda?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect. All right. So, Ms. Kastner, it'll go on the consent agenda for the June meeting. Your item was on the consent agenda for the April meeting, so I know you're kind of aware of what that means, but I will follow up with details about that meeting in an email. If you have any questions for us right now.
I do not. Thank you so much for your questions and for taking the time on this.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for joining us this evening, and we hope you have a good rest of the night.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. That is the meeting. That was our only COA for the month. So. Yes. Yep.